I'm making a basketball video game. There's a lot of competition, I know, but I'm not trying to compete with the 2Ks or whatnot. Okay? I'm making an NBA Jam inspired roguelite. And so I'm not even competing with NBA Jam, if you think about it, because they haven't made a game in way too long. So people are hungry for some jam. I'm making real good progress. So check that out, which you can see some of that on the devlogs that I've put out, some of my previous videos, and check my Patreon if you want to help support that. But today, what we're going to be doing is recording shoe squeaks and making sound effects for the game. So stick around. This shouldn't be very hard. All right, so step 1 is to actually record the squeaks of my feet. I've got a pair of Nikes on right now. They're actually my Leo Baker skate shoes, which surprisingly I bought after watching the Women's Olympics. I saw these shoes this one lady was wearing when she was killing it, and I couldn't resist. And they are very comfortable, but they do squeak often. In fact, sometimes I will surprise myself with how loud the squeak is. And the other day I even spooked my wife. It was so loud. Anyways, so we're going to record those. And then, step 2, we take those sounds, we cut them up, and we put them into FL Studio. We put some effects on them, we clean them up, and then we downsample them to sound retro, because that's the vibe we're going for with this game. So first things first, I had to transfer over the videos from my other cameras, and now we will see who recorded better audio. Was it my iPhone or was it my professional mics? Because I have Shure mics. Everyone knows they're the best mics in the world, whatever. But the problem with that is on my interface, my Go XLR, I do have some amount of noise suppression. So it may not have picked it up, but my iPhone certainly would have. So here we are in Premiere, and we'll just call this Making Sound Effects. Apparently I recorded no audio, so that'll make it even funner to line up. The funnest, really. In way too long. Right, okay, so now we're linked up. We can get rid of the original audio track since it didn't even have anything. We can cut this to where the sound begins. Pop, pop, oh, bang, delete the beginning. Drag this up. We can go like this. Select them both and nest them. So now they are one. Okay. Now we have that. Clearly this is where the sound effects are attempted to be made. So then let's drag in the iPhone. Scale to frame size. Let's just move this to the side here. And then we will try to line this up. It appears like I did this here, maybe. All right, but who recorded it better is the question, right? So let's mute the Shure mic and just hear the iPhone. There's a lot of background noise, and part of that is, there's no noise suppression on the iPhone, but let's hear it out of the Shure mic. All right, so we don't need this end, and I'm pretty sure that's just me cleaning up afterwards. So we can get rid of the rest of that. So now we take the audio from the Shure mic, we normalize it, raise the volume a little bit, and go from there. So let's see what that is like. So we could take this. What we want is this clip, this audio clip, and let's render and replace just this piece. Okay. Then, all right, so then we open it up Here it is. There's our nested sequence. We go over to FL Studio, and let's just save what we were working on before, which is our mid-game music. But we'll come back to that another time. And let's do a new vintage. I made this template just to speed along vintage sound effect making. It's really nothing, but it does help. All right, let's drag this in here and let's check it out. My template has a couple muted tracks for no reason and was an accident. So you can see these are very small, right? But when we normalize it, we get it a little bit more intense. All right, so we definitely, one thing we're going to want to do is we're going to put this on a track and we are going to get rid of any bass. You can see that. Beautiful, right? Then we can see these giant peaks of this sound file are the obvious squeaks, but what I'm going to do actually is consolidate it. So the effect that I just put on it is actually now a part of the sound file, right? Now it's time to cut her up. And if we just zoom in and we turn off the lock, it's like we're making a beat. All right, so now we could put these on some effects, right? Did we just make the best beat ever made? Kind of want a tiny bit of reverb on here, but before effector. Big size, low delay, and we'll do a stereo shaper. We'll also move that up. Now these don't sound like much other than some shoe squeaks. I mean, it kind of sounds like a beat. I think I have a pack that sometimes you're just curious. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting so distracted on this. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Wow, did I just get distracted? Okay, so anyways, there's the point to all of this, and that was I was making squeak sound effects. Yeah, okay, all right. unmute all these guys. We're going to put them on separate tracks. What you can do is you can export each track individually, right? So we're going to go into our assets and our sounds, and we already have the squeaks, but we're going to do new squeaks. And we're going to save them in there. 3, we already have the script for shoe squeaks. I might improve it a little bit, but basically you don't want squeaking constantly. You kind of want it every now and then. There's a chance a squeak will occur if you change directions really fast. That's how it's already set. The way it is right now, I think I want to up the odds that you'll have a squeak if you move really fast. And then we just drag all our new squeaks in there and we're done. What I was using so far was some sounds I got from an asset pack from the Unity Asset Store, but I want to have all my own sounds. We've already done dribbling and hitting backboards and things like that, but I thought I would actually show the process with the shoe squeaks. Yep. So we had 4 squeaks before. We have a few more now. That's our old sounds, but we're going Foley, baby. Then we got to get rid of our squeaks, drag our new squeaks to the squeak clips. Save this to our prefab. That's on the player controller. Then we go in and we go in our player controller, which I named something really weird at the beginning of all of this, and I'm not going to change it, so get off my back. And we do squeak, check for squeak. All right, so there's already a squeak cooldown and a 1 in 5 chance to play the squeak. So first, what's the squeak cooldown? We're going to lower that a little bit, and then we're going to up our odds a little bit, and then we'll see. We'll see if we be squeaking. I got to restart Unity too because it is taking forever to load. You know you have issues when Unity takes forever to do something it usually does fast. We got some squeaks, baby. Okay. We're squeaked up from the cheeks up. Now, back to me from the past before I even did any of this. And that is making sound effects from scratch, the Foley way, as someone said on Blue Sky. By the way, follow me if you're not already. And yeah, check out the Patreon. All the links are in the description. Once we get this game a little bit further, we get some of the roguelite aspects in and squash some of the bugs, I will have this game up on Steam to be wishlisted. So, until then, I'll see you later. Patreon. Video. Or subscribe if you're not already. And that is making shoe squeaks.